If there's an airport that gets the heart pumping every time we visit it, it's definitely this next airport. Wait, we did say we were going to update the name of the series.
For left traffic on my T0 left.
We will cross
That's better.
the tower at 1,300 or above for left traffic for 20 left, 39 Hotel.
Today we head to one of the most congested airports in Southern California and discuss why some consider it to be more difficult airport than LAX, how easy it is to get a tower tour, and everything you must know to get in and out of John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana, California.
Procedure 1199 on my T0 right, line up and way, traffic 7 mile final.
20 right, line up and way, proceed 1199.
During my private pilot training, we used to come out here to plane spot from the north side of the airport, and I'd imagine what it would feel like to be on the other side of the fence as a full-fledged private pilot flying in. And then I learned you could buy a radio and listen to air traffic, and that just blew my mind. I bought one right away, and it has been glued to my hand ever since. Unfortunately, our favorite plane spotting area is surrounded by construction currently, and the view is almost completely obstructed. But still, to this day, we go and just sit there after getting some soft serve and listen to tower while watching private jets and commercial airliners take off like rockets. It's nice to know we can be on the other side of the fence whenever we want now.
Tower 1 Julie Bravo, just for planning purposes, how much longer would you guess we're going to be?
1 Julie Bravo, Diamond Tower, probably 3 minutes.
Very good, thank you.
Serving 233, turn left, Echo, connect ground.
Echo, ground, range 233, good day.
Procedure 1199 on my T0 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20 right, proceed 1199, Greg Bork.
So a little history on John Wayne Airport. It has been around for quite a while. It started out as a landing strip back in 1923, and during the 50s, it closed every Sunday to air traffic for drag strip racing. And during World War II, it was used by the Santa Ana Army Air Base. But when it was returned to Orange County, it was under the stipulation that it would be used for all kinds of aviation uses. In 1964, the airport was actually rebuilt from having just 1 to 2 runways like we see today, and we'll discuss that much further later. In the 90s and 2000s, there were talks about a brand new airport being built where the now long gone Marine Corps Air Station El Toro was. But political and resident opposition prevented that from ever occurring.
American 2465, traffic 2 o'clock, 2 miles, helicopter northwest on 1200.
Log American 2465.
Procedure 1199, connect SoCal departure.
Or SoCal, proceed 1199, yeah.
American 2465, runway T0 right, cleared to land, traffic midfield, downwind, landing the predator runway to Cessna. They'll have you in sight, maintaining visual separation. Entering 1 Julie Bravo, runway T0 left to Kilo, line up and wait, traffic downwind.
20 left, line up and wait, 1 Julie Bravo.
Cherokee 39 Hotel, plan to follow with Cessna, cross window downwind 600, contact tower 119.9er.
All right, plan follow that Cessna 119.9er, and we got that Cessna inside, 39 Hotel.
Entering 1 Julie Bravo, fly, runway heading, I will call the turn, wind 220 at 10, runway 20 left to Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Yep, runway heading.
737, caution wake turbulence, traffic's now on the departure roll, you're number 1, runway 20 left, clear for the option.
Number 100 left, clear for the option 99.
Cessna 9er Mike Charlie, number 2 now, follow the Cessna ahead, 12 o'clock and a mile, Boeing 737, 3 mile final for the parallel, do you have the 737 in sight?
Traffic in sight, and number 2.
Mike Charlie, roger, maintain visual separation, caution wake turbulence, wind 220 at 9, runway 20 left, cleared for the option.
20 left, clear for the option, 9 Mike Charlie.
John Wayne Tower, Aero 19er, 39er, Hotel over tower, following the Cessna on downwind.
Weber 19er, 39er Hotel, John Wayne Tower, roger, follow that Cessna on the downwind, you'll be number 3 to the airport, and traffic 2.5 mile final for the parallel runways, the Boeing 737, report traffic in sight.
All right, number 3 behind the Cessna, and we have traffic on 20 right inside, 39 Hotel.
Cherokee 39er Hotel, thank you. You're number 3 now. Maintain visual separation, caution wake turbulence from the Boeing 737. The wind 220 at 10, runway 20 left, clear to land.
All right, 20 left, clear to land, 39 Hotel.
Oh yeah, and those stormy clouds in the distance, yeah, that's home for us. So when we depart, you'll see it's much later because we had to wait for that storm to dissipate.
Big Shark 202, runway 20 right, cleared to land, traffic on downwind, landing the predator runway is a Cessna.
Okay, we're clear to land at 20 right, looking for the Cessna, the other pattern, Big Stripe 202.
The first time we ever flew here was at night, when I figured it would be calmer. I was maybe a month-old private pilot. We ended up renting a 172. We flew to Ontario Airport first, and then we flew here. We got directed to Signal Peak, which is a must-know waypoint if you're coming in from the east. I probably used half the runway from coming in too high and too fast, but we made it. This Tustin hangar is one of two. The other one burned down about 2 years ago and no cause was ever found. They were used for blimps during wartime in 1942, and since then they had been used for commercials, and we even did a tour of the destroyed hangar number 1 15 years ago. So it was extremely sad for us to see it go. If you've ever watched our Tillamook video, you'll see that airport has a sister hangar to this one. And just like here, Tillamook also lost one of 2 hangars to a fire.
Pilatus 68 Juliet, radar contact, maintain VFR at or below 3,000, sea altitude.
2,500, climbing 3,000, schedule.
Pilatus 68 Juliet, roger, contact SoCal approach 124.1, good day.
With approach, good day, schedule.
Tustin Hangars, Mike Charlie, caution jet blast, Boeing 737 will hold between the runways.
Caution jet blast, Mike Charlie.
Ooh, yeah, that's exactly how busy this airport is. It is constant radio chatter. But let's learn a little bit more about here. John Wayne Airport is a Class Charlie with 2 runways. The shorter one, 02 right, 20 left at a little over 2,800 feet, and the longer main runway, 02 left, 20 right at 5,700 feet. And with only about 5 miles from the ocean, airport elevation is only 56 feet, which is great for performance. 5,700 feet might seem long, but it does mean airliners need to be on the numbers and hit their landing spot, unlike airports with much longer runways like LAX, Van Nuys, or even Long Beach. So the name of the game is getting those wheels down, which is not always smooth. We've been on commercial flights into here that reminded me of my first short field landing. I mean, I didn't break the plane, so a win is a win.
At 8 Mike Echo, Cessna 8 Mike Echo again, extend your downwind, I'll call your base turn, traffic will hold in position.
Extend downwind, you'll call my base, report Mike Echo.
Cessna 99 uniform, extend your downwind, traffic will hold in position.
Because of that plane. Yeah.
As far as the weather, it's SoCal, but with its close proximity to the ocean, morning marine layer is to be expected certain times of the year, but it usually burns off by afternoon. However, John Wayne sits right at the end of one of the windiest weather phenomenon we experience here in SoCal called the Santa Ana winds, which are extremely dry and very gusty, reaching speeds of 30 to 40 knots, which unfortunately can also mean wildfires like the ones SoCal experienced with the Palisades and Ian fires recently. Probably why they're also known as devil winds. Another attribute to these winds is the direction. Typically we have the winds from the west, but these winds come from the northeast, which creates some of the most disliked days for ATC at John Wayne. The infamous reverse operation days.
King Air 2 mile final for the parallel.
Turn base, looking for King Air, 3-point Mike Echo.
Cessna 99 uniform, follow the Cessna ahead in the base turn, number 2.
Number 2, follow the traffic 99 uniform.
Cherokee 39er Hotel, left turn there at Juliet, contact ground 120.8.
Over to ground, 120.8, 39 Hotel.
We finally landed, but ground frequency is even busier.
Exit to 473 John Wayne ground metro behind American Air, which is right, taxi, go via Alpha Hotel Charlie and hold short of Lima.
All right, taxi 20 right behind American Alpha Hotel
Sure,
Charlie, hold short taxiway Lima, exit jet 473.
Monitor 119.9 times going to reach out to you.
119.920 Echo.
Finally found a quick opening to call ground.
John Wayne ground number 19039 Hotel, clear of 20 left at Juliet for ACI Jet South.
Number 139 Hotel, John Wayne ground, Rogers, hold there for now. Actually, no, it's number 139 Hotel. Let's make that immediate right on turn on Charlie. I want you to taxi at Charlie and hold short of Hotel. And Charlie short of Hotel.
Charlie, hold short of Hotel, 39er Hotel.
Did I say it's busy here? Yeah. Anyways, so let's talk about that reverse operation days I just alluded to earlier. So those are days when traffic flows the opposite direction. Instead of arriving and departing on the 20 runways, they now use 02 runways. We've flown in on a reverse op day, and what we noticed right away is that the airport is really not optimized for traffic in the opposite direction. because just landing our general aviation small airplane and trying to taxi to ACI Jet South, if there's a commercial airliner lined up for 02 left, it means you will be waiting behind them because it's a shared taxiway to 02 left and ACI Jet South. Now, as a plane spotter, it's amazing. I literally tell my wife, it's reverse ops days. Time to drive to John Wayne. It's like a holiday for me. Tower, on the other hand, hates it because, again, it makes coordination very difficult, but they do amazing work nonetheless.
Again, go Alpha, Juliet, Charlie, and then hold short of Lima.
Alaska 642, ready to taxi in sequence.
Alaska 642, roger, runway 20 right, taxi at Alpha, hold short of Lima.
Alpha short of Lima, it's 20 right, Alaska 642.
Exit 473, you copy?
Negative.
Okay, well, go Alpha, hold short of Lima now, exit 473.
Alpha, hold short, Lima, exit jet 473.
And that's how you go 177, you go to ACI North, correct? Okay, you can search your taxi now, Alpha to go to ACI North, there, Tiger, that's the church you have to left, gonna hold you.
Tiger 177, taxi ACI North, 3 Alpha, Tiger.
Remember 39 Hotel, you said you're going to ACI South?
That's affirmative, 39 Hotel.
39 Hotel, okay, now rejoin Alpha there, go Alpha to ACI South.
Alpha to ACI Jets, 39 Hotel.
Alaska 642, go there, go to monitor tower 12620 Tower, it's going to reach out to you.
Go to Tower, Alaska 642.
Oh, and speaking of Tower, if you ever wanted to know what it's like to visit the scariest voices to any student pilot, it's actually really easy to do that here. You literally can reach out to Tower on Instagram and Andrew will most likely respond to you when he gets a chance. We've been twice already, and seriously, he couldn't have been nicer and was so patient with my 30 questions. The first time, the second time, the third time we've been there. He's just awesome. We've asked questions about ground procedures, to how they became controllers, to what they do for fun when they're not working. Then we got to meet the rest of the team, and everyone was genuinely, not only nice, but extremely funny. They take their jobs very seriously, but when they unplug to take their breaks, they are an open book to any questions you have. Some have come from TRACON, some even from other airports like LAX. And when we ask what's harder, John Wayne or LAX, without hesitation, it's John Wayne because of the general aviation traffic. This is not a dig at GA. Matter of fact, Andrew is a pilot, but when asking a couple of the controllers what their biggest issue is that they deal with, it's pilots not listening. So sterile cockpit and come prepared. We've been to a couple of towers now, and considering how busy this airport is, we were amazed that this was probably the easiest airport to do a tower tour at. We can't recommend the tower tour enough. And now we can actually recognize some of the voices on frequency. We'll put a link to John Wayne Tower's Instagram in the description.
81, checking the sequence.
You know what, that's, the American is going to be a max there. They're still blocking it down field there, so I'll get you going as soon as they're ready.
Sounds great, thanks.
So while we got this long taxi, here's a weird story. Came for our occasional plane spotting one day, and it was getting dark, so we decided it was probably time to go home. But as we were leaving while still having my handheld radio on, I heard something to the effect of something flight of 3. My ears perked up, thinking it was a formation flight coming into John Wayne, and anytime there's a formation flight anywhere, it's awesome to see. But then I heard they were cleared over the tower to cross the airport, and we see 1, and we see 2, and then 3, then 4, and they're all helicopters. And we find out it's a high-speed chase going on along the adjacent 405 freeway. Tower could care less what was happening with the chase. They had one priority: keep the helicopters away from any traffic coming into land, and they made sure that all the news outlets knew it. That's why we love Tower. Their message was clear: do what you have to do, just stay away from our planes. Let's talk about FBOs. There are 2 of them. On the south side of the runway is ACI Jet, and they have a north and south. We have only ever gone to south, but we have read that people have also gone to north, and we'll share our experience shortly. On the north side of the airport is Clay Lacy, which we haven't visited yet, but currently there is a lot of construction on that side of the field. So we're going to wait until it finishes to visit. We're pretty sure we're not their main clientele, but we're curious, so we'll still go. All right. So you guys know we have a high bar for FBOs, and we've only have one thing to say about ACI Jets. They were spectacular. Every single lineman was so friendly, and customer service took care of us right away. We grabbed a crew car, to get some coffee and food so we could bring back to eat in the pilot's lounge. Something really impressed us about the linemen though. They called us while we were away to verify that we knew that one of our static wicks was missing. They just wanted to make sure it was pre-existing, which it was, but the fact that they paid that close of attention to our little plane with all these jets around, well, it spoke volumes to their attention to detail. Seriously, just amazing jobs at ACI Jets. The best part though was that there were no parking fees since we were here less than 3 hours. Only fuel, and even the fuel wasn't an exorbitant fee like many other bigger FBOs. We'll leave the fee breakdown in the description below. But for now, let's go check out ACI Jet South. So this is our second time visiting, and we'll talk about the first time very soon. We've been wanting to come back to visit because the first time was such a great experience. As you can see, they were extremely busy on this day with tons of jets. Even the linemen were so apologetic about having to park us so far away. But we were more like, are you kidding? We love walking past all the jets and being on the ramp as airliners take off above us. It's awesome. So we're going to start with the crew cars and work our way back inside. So they have 2 of them shown here. I'm pretty sure they were fairly new because they were really nice inside, and we took them for 2 hours, drove around a little bit, which is kind of weird because we drive around here all the time, but at least you know now what to expect. But don't forget though, you have a 2-hour limit, but most food options are within a 5-minute drive, which gives you plenty of time. So the first time we visited ACI Jets was for a Pilots and Paws pickup. And for those who don't know, it's an organization where pilots volunteer their time and plane to transport doggos, cats, and sometimes other animals to safer environments for many different reasons. It's a great organization. So because our priority was our furry passenger Harley, we didn't spend any time looking around the FBO, so this is really like our first time here. Like most FBOs, you'll find an assortment of drinks, and this one has waters, sodas, coffees, and teas. They have a really nice flight planning room. And to be honest, I've never used any of these rooms before, but it's really nice to know that this exists just in case for whatever reason your tablet dies, your computer dies, and you want to remain a good pilot and properly plan your next flight. Or maybe you just want to go somewhere quiet and comfortable. Yep, they have that too, and that's the pilot's lounge. And even though it's on the 2nd floor, it still has its own fridge full of beverages. It has its own restrooms and 2 snooze rooms, which were locked, so I'm pretty sure you have to ask the front desk to get inside. And that does it for our quick tour of ACI Jet South. Seriously, one of our favorite FBOs. Now let's head back outside for our departure. So arriving was intense, and departure would be no different. But after a longer day than we had anticipated, I was kind of tired, and you could actually hear it in my radio calls.
John Wayne, clearance delivery, Aero 1939 Hotel at ACI Jet South. Looking to depart to the east on the El Toro departure to Corona.
Aero 1939 Hotel, John Wayne, clearance. Turn left heading 080. Maintain VFR at or below 3000. SoCal departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 0203.
All right, on departure to left heading 080 at or below 3000. Squawk, frequency is 128.1 and squawk 0203. 39er Hotel.
Aero 39er Hotel, thanks. Readback is correct. I missed it. 8 is X-rays the current one. Wind 200 at 8. Altimeter 3008. Contact ground for taxi. Good day.
We got X-ray and over to ground. Thanks for the help. 39er Hotel.
So between the private jets and the commercial traffic landing, situational awareness not only is a must, but it's crucial before moving. you must call clearance since it is a Charlie airspace. You'll receive your transponder code, departure frequency, and departure instructions like you just heard. We requested the El Toro departure because on departure, we turn east, which is towards our home airport of Corona. Once we received our instructions, we were all set to call ground.
John Wayne Ground, Arrow 19039er Hotel at ACI Jets, ready to taxi with X-ray.
Cherokee 19039er Hotel, John Wayne Ground, taxi via Alpha to the Midfield run-up.
Alpha to the Midfield run-up, 39er Hotel.
But what I'm about to say next, I can't stress enough. Know exactly where the run-ups are by studying the pilot's guide provided on the John Wayne Airport website. We'll of course link it in the description below. It is so easy to get lost during taxi if you've never been. Our instructions were to Midfield run up. It's shown on the airport diagram, but the pilot's guide is so much clearer and helpful. It can get overwhelming really fast. We've been here 3 times now and it's crazy every time. If you do get overwhelmed, take a breath and ask for progressive taxi. Trust me, Tower would rather help you out slowly than to have you do something you were not cleared to do.
614, Bell Street, taxi to run-up area.
Cessna 53614, John Wayne Ground, behind the Delta Airbus exiting, caution jet blast, taxi via Alpha to the Midfield run-up.
Alpha to the Midfield run-up behind Delta 53614.
Delta 2318, John Wayne Ground, taxi via Alpha to the gate.
Alpha to the gate, Delta 2318, thank you.
Ground 53614, should we wait for, I think it's a Cherokee on Alpha as well?
Yeah, Cessna 614, that is correct. Yep, just behind the Cherokee. You can follow them to the run-up area via Alpha.
Run-up area via Alpha behind the Cherokee 53614.
Thank you.
Ground, Cessna 971 Tango Alpha, continue.
Cessna 1 Tango Alpha, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
20 right, Bravo Kilo for 971 Tango Alpha.
John Wayne Ground, Skyhawk 172 Romeo Whiskey, off 20 left at Juliet, going to ACI South.
Cessna 172 Romeo Whiskey, John Wayne Ground, entering taxi, hold for that Delta Airbus to pass, and then taxi straight ahead Juliet Alpha to ACI South.
Okay, we're waiting on the Delta Airbus, and then Juliet Alpha to ACI South to Romeo Whiskey.
As we head out, we wanted to share with you some other events that occur here. First, from time to time, presidents have landed at this airport in their 757 Air Force One. We got to see the president arrive once, and seeing all the Ospreys taxiing after landing was pretty awesome. There was a huge crowd of people outside where we were, and we even got to talk to Secret Service after the president had left, but only really briefly.
Ground Frontier Flight 3581, gate 15, ready for push via X-ray.
Frontier Flight 3581, John Wayne Ground, hold for a Delta 8220 to pass behind you, and then push approved tail south.
Hold for a Delta, then push approved tail south, Frontier Flight 3581.
Allegiant 47, John Wayne Ground, you ready to push as well?
Allegiant 47 should be about 2 minutes. They're just hooking up right now.
Okay, Allegiant 47, you can hold for the Frontier Airbus. They're pushing back behind you. Once they clear, your pushback is approved.
All right, push approved behind Frontier, Allegiant 47.
Next, every year we have a Pacific Air Show, and that airspace and John Wayne's airspace is relatively close. They have to make sure to keep separation between commercial traffic and air show traffic. Some airshow planes do park at John Wayne during the show, and they will use the ramp space at Lyon Museum.
John Wayne Ground, Arrow 193, Hotel, Midfield run-up complete.
November 193, Hotel, John Wayne Ground, hold position.
Hold position, 39er Hotel.
Ground Frontier Flight 3581, ready for taxi.
Frontier Flight 3581, runway 20 right, taxi Alpha, hold short Lima.
Alpha short of Lima to 20 right, Frontier Flight 3581.
And November 17 off, we can actually continue Hotel Alpha now to parking.
Alright, Hotel Alpha to parking, 7 takeoff, thanks. Ground Sky was 3315, gate 12 ready for push with X-ray.
Coaster 315, John Wayne Ground, hold the gate, I'll call you back.
Hold the gate, Sky was 3315.
November 1939 Hotel. And you can make that 180 there, you'll join taxiway Charlie behind your tail, so runway 20 left, taxi via Charlie Kilo.
20 left, Charlie Kilo, 39er Hotel.
Ground November 793 Foxtrot Bravo, clear and 20 right, Echo Alpha to ACI South.
November 793 Foxtrot Bravo, John Wayne Ground, right turn, taxi Alpha to ACI South.
Alpha to ACI South, 3 Fox Bravo.
John Wayne Ground, November 53614, run complete.
Scott West 3315, hold for Frontier to pass behind, then your push approved.
Hold for Frontier, push approved, Scott West 3315.
Metro Flight 3581, contact tower 1268.
Over to tower, see you.
Last con ground unanswered, say again.
November 53614, run complete.
November 53614, John Wayne Ground, follow Cherokee, runway 20 left, taxi Charlie Kilo.
Runway Cherokee,
Charlie Kilo.
20 left, yeah, Charlie Kilo behind the Cherokee, 534.
Cherokee 39er Hotel, Monster Tower on 119.9er.
119.9er, 39er Hotel.
When I hear a student struggle, it's just a reminder we were all there once, but even veteran pilots do the same. I'm somewhere in between, and you have definitely heard my flustered calls. So Lyon Museum, it is a must if you come to visit. It's one big open space and it won't take you long to see everything, but the docents are awesome. You might see oil pans under some of the planes, but that's just indicative of what kind of conditions they're in. They actually fly a lot of these. We have to hand it to Lyon. They have some of the most pristine condition planes we have seen at any air museum. As we head to our departure, again, make sure to read the pilot's guide as it will outline the 4 different type of VFR departures, the El Toro, Newport, Mesa, and Orange. Another thing to note is the hours of operation for Tower. They are between 6:15 a.m. and 11 p.m., but departures are stopped by 10 p.m.
Looking for company 3 Tulsa. Look up 3 Tulsa. Roger, after company departure, and you can proceed inbound toward Hellstream, landing at Hellstream, both John, rest John, altimeter 300 right.
Roger, after the depart, inbound for Aviation, country 3 Tulsa. Tower 0 Tulsa, we have company in sight. We'll maintain visual separation.
We wanted to take this time to thank Tom for requesting this airport about 5 months ago. Again, sorry it took so long, but we finally did it, and we really hope you liked it. Thanks again for the request.
Bravo 2 Juliet Alpha, continuing the downwind for now. I'll call the base turn traffic or hold in position. This traffic on a mile final for the parallel runway is a 737 at 500. Report when you have the 737 at 5.
Continuing the downwind, you'll call my base. 952 Juliet Alpha, looking for traffic.
Cherokee 193 Nana Hotel, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left. At Kilo, line up point, traffic is on the downwind.
20 left, line up and wait, 39er Hotel.
Got 674, turn right to Juliet there, hold short up. Runway 20 right, the landing frequency.
Right turn is Juliet, hold short 20 right, 614. Minutes frequency 614.
Bravo 39 Hotel, the left turn snap approved, and 20 left at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
Left turn approved and 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff, 39er Hotel.
674, taxi Juliet now, cross, wind 20 right, contact ground on the other side.
Cross 20 right at Juliet, contact ground on the other side, 674.
Bravo 2 Juliet Alpha, base turn snap approved, and 20 left for the option.
Base approved, 20 left.
Airspeed's alive, lower pressure's good.
Clear for the option, 952 Juliet Alpha.
60.
Skyhawk 53614, John Wayne traffic on the up on it.
If you guys haven't figured it out by now, we love this airport. Everything about it has just been an amazing and very fond experience. But we love your stories even more, and the ones you guys have been sharing in the comments have been nothing short of amazing. We're seriously trying to figure out a way to better showcase them because ultimately that's what makes these airports. It isn't the planes, it's the stories that happen here that turn into touching memories that you have shared with us, and we can't thank you enough for that. The other side that we love so much is all the feedback. We have so much of it that we're strategizing how to best implement it all. But thank you so much for helping make this channel even better. We'll see you guys next week, and until then, go fly, go discover.
Tower 53614, we're holding for a second for birds crossing the runway.
Okay, so this is for copy. You're still clear for takeoff, 20 left there, traffic is on a mile and a half final.
20 left, clear for takeoff, 53614. We're rolling.
Copy. And I Turkey 39 Hotel, now radar contact and say your current altitude.
900, 39er Hotel.
Number 239 Hotel and maintain VFR conditions below 3,000 and contact SoCal Park Connect.
VFR below 3,000 and contact SoCal. Thanks for the help, 39er Hotel.